G'day guys, and welcome to another episode of the Sore Losers Show, or welcome to the Sore Losers Show. This episode I've been really looking forward to making because it means I have my hands on my very own Ace AF1 Inverted Kingpin baseplate system, and I'm going to put them together right now with my existing hangers. The reason I'm using the baseplate only system and not the whole truck is because currently the Ace AF1 Inverted only come in a 44 or 55, and I ride an 80, which is a 10-inch axle. So yeah, I got to change my axles over, and I just want to see how easy that is and then put together a new board to have a ride on these, which I've been waiting for quite some time. I will say months and months since I first heard about Ace working on this new revolutionary inverted system. So let's get right into it. I want to do some unpackaging. I want to have a look at some stuff. I also want to talk about another truck company's recent release of a product that is kind of in competition with this, and just say a few things that are my opinion alone. I have to mention at this stage that this episode is not sponsored by Ace, by Trinity Distribution or Trapdoor Distribution here in Australia. No affiliation with any companies or distributorship whatsoever. All opinions are mine and mine alone. That being said, let's have a look. And here they are. This is a single one. I have one that is opened. That's the packaging for it. They come in a bag. There is a reason for that, I believe. And that is because the Kingpin tightening system, which is the mag lock system, which just magnetically locks in, as well as being a hex, it magnetically locks in so it's not going to fall out of your skate tool like that. And that's the system we're going to be using to tighten and loosen our Ace inverteds. So before we get started putting this together, I'll mention that there is a more in-depth review and sort of product specifications here on the channel. I'll put a link in the description so you can have a look at that if you want. But this is just kind of putting these together. So let's get started. And so with inverteds, what I'm going to do is kind of set it up on the hanger the way the bushings would be. Then I'm just going to put, oh, messing that up. That's me. I've had too much caffeine this morning. And if I just line that up, then that should be in there. That's pretty simple. And let's see if I've actually got it. It should start to wind in if I do. Maybe I don't. I don't know. I'll just keep turning it. Oh, no, I got it. And you can hear that clicking. That's a Click Lock Pro system. Now, look, I said in another video that I wasn't going to say that, those three words combined again, because it's hard to say. I'm just going to tighten down to where I think sort of factory would be. So I'm going to get it flush in here, the Kingpin. And look, I'll quickly touch on this. There's another truck company out there that have just released another inverted, which they've worked on, which looks very similar to the Ace, but I will point out that this is a unique system. That other truck company is working off a classic nut in the base plate. The base plate is acting as the nut itself. You can probably hear that clicking in the mic as I turn, as I tighten like that, you know, tighten back, clicks out. So yeah, this is a far more sophisticated system. In my opinion, it doesn't matter how deep or how shallow you put a nut into a base plate, you still have the chance of it loosening out so that your kingpin can fall out altogether. Anyway, that is the truck together. And I don't know how long that took. I didn't run a timer on it, but that's a really simple system to me, especially if you are lazy like me and you don't like taking off 4 nuts, being your wheel nuts on your axle there. You can instead just take out your kingpin, put a new hanger with your wheels. I don't know if anybody's going to do that. So skipping right ahead, I want to put together this new board. This is my Death Breath. Thank you, Chris from Death Breath, for supplying this to me. So I'm going to put these on there. We'll be right back after that, and we'll have a look at the board complete. Okay, so I just recorded me putting together that board, doing all that kind of stuff, except I didn't record it. Even like to the point of recording the end of the episode saying, see you guys, thank you very much, didn't record. Definitely recording. So this is my complete Death Breath skateboard with the Ace AF1 inverted system. If you're wondering about the board, have a look at the Death Breath website. This is the shape I helped Chris design. It's a shagstickle, shovel nose, egg through the body, popsicle tail. It's at 10.5 inches, 10 over the axles, hence my Ace AF1 8.0 hangers on the Ace Inverted Click Lock Pro baseplate system. Can't believe I got that out. Grip tape. Grip tape is Pepper Grip. I'm riding that for the first time. The center strip is Fruity Grip. And I have ridden Fruity before. All kinds of awesome patterns and pictures on them. Check it out if you like that kind of thing. And I am trying out, for the first time, these Ace AF1 Hollow hardware. I have seen them. They've been around for a while. The reason I'm going with that is because the head of your deck bolt has a lock-in system. So it's got like little grips in it. So once you tighten it down, it grips to the board and shouldn't sort of be able to turn in there. So if you're lazy like me, you don't like putting the Allen key in one side and then the skate tool on the other and having to hold it, yeah, you can just, tighten it without the Allen key side of things. So that's great. Shout out to inventions that help the lazy. Now, before we go for a skate, thank you, Trinity Distribution and Trapdoor Distribution. Thank you so much for giving me a discount on that, guys. Much appreciated. Thank you to Chris from Death Breath Skateboards. Thank you to Fruity Grip, to Pepper, to Ace Trucks. Thank you to everybody, and thank you to you guys for watching. With that all out of the way, let's go for a skate. I'll be back in another episode to do a full review on how the inverted AF1 Click Lock Pro baseplate system went out in the wild. I'm Damo, Soul is a Show. Peace.